Technocracy found its roots in the scientific autocracy of Henry de Saint-Simon, 1760s, 1825, and the positivism of Auguste Comte. They also call it modernists, the modernist movement. 1796, 1857, the father of the social sciences. Communist, really. Positivism elevated science and the scientific method above metaphysical revelation. And that's what communism is based on. Technocrats embraced positivism because they believed that social progress was possible only through science and technology. And that's from Schunk, Learning Theories and Educational Perspective. I think it's the fifth edition, or fifth chapter, 315, page 315. The social movement of technocracy with its energy-based accounting system can be traced back to the 1930s when an obscure group of engineers and scientists offered it as a solution to the Great Depression. The principal scientist behind technocracy was Mr. King Hubert, M. King Hubert, a young geoscientist who would later in 1948 to 56 invent the now famous peak oil theory, another con game, also known as the Hubert's peak theory. And I'll be back with more on this very interesting article and topic after this break. Hi folks, I am Alan Watts and we're cutting through the matrix, just going through technocracy, called other things too, the modernist movement. They had different terms for it. Just like today, they had many terms for Agenda 21, because it wasn't it wasn't well accepted by all the public because it guaranteed and was sworn to destroy all previous types of governments. That's why it was hand in glove with communism, and that's why communists actually adopted that whole theory that science should rule over everything else. That's all religions, all other types of being, basically. This article goes on to say that Hubbard and Scott formed an organization called Technocracy, Inc. It says, as founders of the organization and political movement called Technocracy, Inc., they authored different books, etc. Technocracy postulated that only scientists and engineers. Now here we go. This is exactly where we are today. If you look at the panel that's behind Obama, the panel behind Brown and previously Blair and Britain and every other country that signed on to the UN, they all have their panels of these scientists. It says, and engineers were capable of running a complex technology-based society. Because technology, they reasoned, changed the social nature of societies, previous methods of government and economy were made obsolete. They disdained politicians and bureaucrats, whom they viewed as incompetent. By utilizing the scientific method and scientific management techniques, technocrats hoped to squeeze the massive inefficiencies out of running a society, thereby providing more benefits for all members of society while consuming less resources. Very important part, consuming less resources. The other integral part of technocracy was to implement an economic system based on energy allocation. Here you go. This is an old movement. An energy allocation rather than a price. They proposed to replace traditional money with energy credits. That's where we are today, pushed through the Rockefeller Foundation and all the other foundations, which do comprise the parallel government, by the way. Their keen focus on the efficient use of energy is likely the first hint of a sustained ecological environmental movement in the United States, because that's exactly where they were. It's the same bunch today, the society that's come down through the generations. And they've tied environmentalism, ecological sustainability, all together with a monetary system that will keep all this in check and help them to control it all. That means controlling all of us. And this site also has a lot of quotes by a lot of the players in it that are well known today. So it's well worth looking at this article. And I'll put the link up on my site at the end of the show. Just go into cuttingthroughthematrix.com. That depends if ExploreNet, the satellite company I upload with, graces me with a time period to upload because I'm heavily censored today. And they cut me right back till I can't watch any videos at all. So anybody who sends me video links, please burn me copies and send them. I can't do it anymore. It takes 5 hours now to upload all the shows to the sites because they've cut me by at least, that's actually more than 2/3 speed. But they still take the same amount of money for high speed from me. So I'm being blackmailed by ExploreNet very deliberately.